Okay, this is IXL section Algebra 2, H.2, add and subtract complex numbers. So here's the thing about complex numbers. When you're adding and subtracting, it's really easy because you just kind of treat that I as a variable. So this particular problem, for example, you've got 4i minus 7i. It could be 4x minus 7x. You work it the same way. You just include the I. Now, if you end up with a constant, we'll talk about that. If you have a constant, you need to put that first. You see how it says, write your answer in the form a plus b times I. So whatever number is with the I just goes second. In this particular case, though, your answer is just negative 3i because you're just combining the coefficients of the I and just leaving that as like a variable. So negative 3i is your answer, and if you're not on caps lock, you can just type in an I. You don't have to use the I symbol. This I plus 6i is the same as 1i plus 6i. So when we combine them, we get 7i. Negative 3i and negative 10i is negative 13i. Okay, so here we just have three different numbers. Well, the 8i, the positive 8i, and the negative 8i, they cancel each other out. That's 0. So then we're left with 9i. Same thing here. We have three terms. They all have the I with them, so we just combine them. 5 minus 6 is negative 1, minus 8 is negative 9, so negative 9i would be our answer here. Again, let's do the 17 minus the 3i. That's going to be 14i. Plus 19i is going to be 33. I'm not very good at doing this in my head. 33i. Let's see. That's 36. Yeah. Okay. These are two binomials, but again, they're just like polynomials that we've been adding and subtracting. Let me grab a pen. We don't really actually need those parentheses when we're working with adding and subtracting. We've got 8 minus 6i plus 8 plus 5i. So we can combine the two 8's and get 16. Combine the negative 6i and the positive 5i, and that is minus 1i, or just minus I. The only thing is you need to make sure that you would not want to put negative I plus 16. That is not the right format to write these answers. So that's wrong. You want to make sure your constant is first, and then your I term is the second thing in your answer. So let's enter that. 16 minus I. Similar situation here to where we're just going to combine like terms. Let's see if we can do this without writing anything down. We have a 6 and a negative 3, so that's going to be 3. And then we have a 2i and a negative 6i, so that's minus 4i. Same thing again. We have a 1 and a 4, that's 5. And then we have a negative 10i and a negative 15, excuse me, a negative 10i and negative 5i, so that's minus 15i. The only thing that's going to change this is if you have a negative or a minus symbol in here. Remember, you have to distribute that into your parentheses and change the signs of everything in the parentheses. So also here we have like our constants are on the outside, so we need to make sure we combine the right things. 4 plus 7, or excuse me, 4 minus 7 is negative 3. And then 4i and negative 4i is 0. So our answer is just negative 3. Okay, one more. Let's do negative 8, negative 2 is negative 10. And then we have 9i plus 3i, so that's plus 12i. Oops, and I entered an equals instead of a plus. So, yeah, so the correct answer is negative 10 plus 12i.